My name is Kristopher Francisco, and I am the founder and CEO of Evolute. What I do for my work is really moving forward the next generation of cloud computing. I actually left my shiny job at Apple to pursue a vision that I actually received in part through the Cathedral of Faith. I found that when you treat people how Christ treated people, it really changes just everything that's around you. As leaders, when you have your foundation in faith, if you're asking yourself, what is it that people can do for my company? You have the wrong view. I think it's when we say, how is it that we can take people to the next level? Is that what we really have the right view? So that's something that my faith has instilled in me, and it's something that I think that we can all use a little bit more of as we're out there working and helping people. So my journey to Silicon Valley was actually very much a faith-based journey. I applied for Apple for over 2 years, and that was very much a faithful journey for me. Throughout that time, I actually got my first interview at Apple, again after 2 years, and I wasn't successful. And in that moment, I asked God, I said, you flew me out to Silicon Valley. You allowed me to interview and interact with some of the greatest technologists that there are, and I didn't get it. And so it was in that moment I said, maybe it's not for me. And as I continued to pray about it, God said, Kristopher, what have you been doing all this time? You've been working in it. You've been doing this. And so delays are not denials. It wasn't that moment was a moment of failure for me. It was actually a moment of growth. And so I would continue to persist, and 6 months later, I would get another call. But this time, it wasn't for the same position. It was actually for a leadership position, giving technical direction to the people that I would have been in that moment. And so God said, you know what, Kristopher, I had a bigger plan for you. And through that, I would give technical direction to over 200 engineers at Apple as part of their research group, and be able to make a bigger impact. So I think that, when I look at what are those values that you get from our faith, we know that God is a faithful God. And we know that if we remain faithful in Him, He will remain faithful in us. And I think that when you say anything is possible with Christ.